Recon over heal. Ideally, you want one of each on your team. I think ideally you want Slayer, medium.
I'm pretty sure I told you.
And
about
that's who I'd run recon.
Spam.
Show us recoil pattern for the AK. Alright, here, I'll show you it right now. This is no control.
Alright, I'll catch you lads later.
That's a full spray. Alright, so it's a question mark.
Yep,
Show you it one more time. Is you do the opposite of that motion to control it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down, right, left, down. Every gun has a pattern. It's consistent every time. So it's always a question mark, no matter what. It's identical. It's a very, very simple pattern. I haven't actually tried the scars. Let's see what the scars is. Oh, that's really easy. Okay, so it's down, left, down. You have to just pull hard down left at the beginning. In the middle of the spray, it tries to kick off. And then it flattens out. Sense for recoil like baseline. I play on 15 with 1600 DPI. At 4K pulling hertz. The MP5s is also really easy. MP5s is just straight down left. This is really useful for people who like playing light, because the MP5 is the best light gun in my opinion. So it plateaus and kind of goes horizontal left, so just keep that in mind. So you just pull down hard left and then kind of just like pull more left than you are going down, if that makes sense at the end, so like this. Some of the weird patterns is like the Lewis gun. The Lewis gun's got a really weird pattern that I was trying to practice. Because I think this thing's good. It's not as good as a shotgun, but there's some maps so you want to take Lewis gun over the shotgun. It's hard down at the beginning and then it gets really horizontal. So it's like a question mark, but it starts going like, it does like a weird fucking swoop-de-swoop, you know? So you go down, left, right, left. You have to feel out when it starts pulling horizontally versus like the vertical recoil part. Also, the Lewis, I feel like, is the one gun so far where the irons don't line up at all, and it also doesn't feel like it's going middle screen. This gun just kind of feels like it shoots wherever it wants to shoot in the moment. M11's way harder to control. I don't know why you would ever use this gun, but let's see. This gun is just absolutely awful. Okay, so it's a horizontal disaster. So it's down, left, right, left. This thing is a fucking disaster. I haven't even actually shot this thing yet. How is this thing? It's pretty heavy. Does that have a recoil pattern? Straight down. There again, so far, yeah, I feel like this would be like a really, really strong light gun, but I mean, MP5 or like the pistol are just great options. So I usually just stick with those. For shits and giggles, what's the M60 spray like? So down, right, left, right, left. Okay, it's not that bad. The right starts a lot earlier than you'd think, so it's right there. It's like 5 bullets in, you pull down right. It's like such a hard right too. I think controller would shine at comp. I don't know. It's too early to tell. I haven't played with controller. I don't even really want to think about it, to be honest. Truthfully, I just want to play the game. I'm over really like caring about the whole controller shit. Like I don't know. Personally, I'm just over it. Also, the irons on most guns shoot high. Like, especially at range. This sounds weird, but I think the current balance between the two ARs is like, okay, if you want a sight, then you use the SCAR. Like, that's like, it's one good thing. Everything else about the SCAR sucks. Its only positive is that it has a sight. The SCAR does more damage per bullet, but the difference in time to kill is only like 1/4 of a second. And for 1/4 of a second time to kill, you lose 16 bullets in a mag. So like you lose like a ton of versatility. So there's just no point running the SCAR. The SCAR does more damage at range, but more often than not, you'll be like, damn, I wish I had an AK there, more than you'll be like, damn, I wish I had a SCAR. I think there's a couple things they could tweak about this game to make it a lot better. And it's like, the first thing is zip lines. If they tweak zip lines so that they're just snappier, you don't like, you know what I mean? Like, you guys will all know what I mean if you played. When you touch a zip, you like go through it and then snap back and kind of like wobble. It's weird. You don't like snap onto it like you would in Apex. I'd like to see them like make it so you just snap on personally, so they feel less janky. I think it'd be cool if they also tweak. They need to tweak like pistols a little bit, or just jumping accuracy in general. It feels like it's really jank, right? Because like, I'll show you. Like I can do this with an AK and kill someone before I touch the floor. But if I pull out a Magnum, it just decided to despawn out. It's like, it's weird. I wish I could say it's just me missing, but I think for some reason rifles have higher accuracy than pistols in the air. So like, I'll do a standstill damage test so you can see how fast it should die. Right? So it's like 17 rounds. And then I'll do it jumping. That took almost the whole mag. Like the bullets just go, they like fan. Just has stuff that's too newbie. Like, give me examples. RPG. What about it is newbie in a competitive format, because it can one-tap lights and it has high splash damage. But I think at high levels of play, it wouldn't be a problem because you would have a heavy running mesh shield. You're frontlining as you're heavy. You know, you're doing your thing, you're frontlining, you throw your dome shield down, you're playing up, you're peeking, you're fighting. And then you see the other heavy takes out his RPG and you just pull your shit out instantly. and you just stuff it. It's just a skill gap. You do that in Overwatch all the time. Not to an RPG, but to an enemy Reinhardt slam. Anyone who's played tank in Overwatch, played main tank in Overwatch, will know what I'm talking about. But if you're light, you just die. Well, you're not supposed to chow a heavy as a light. If you chowed a heavy as a light, you deserve to die. That's, like, light, you're not supposed to take every fight as a light. It's inherently designed, like, to not, you know, be a fight that you want to win or that you want to take because it's not in your favor. There's class differences for a reason. The light is meant to play on the... Okay, you disagree. All right, fair enough. But, like, you know, like, the light class is meant to work around the edges of fights and to pick teams apart and create openings through giving your team a number advantage and being annoying. You're supposed to be a gnat. You're a nuisance. You're supposed to be disabling the enemy team, throwing glitch grenades, being obnoxious, silencing them, disabling their utility, picking apart, killing their light, maybe picking their medic in the middle of a fight so that their heavy's not enabled anymore. You're not meant to be this 1v1 oriented class. You're meant to be annoying. Yeah, like Tracer. Think like Tracer. Think like Sombra. You're not going to walk up on Tracer and take a fucking 1v1 on like Reinhardt, you know? You're just going to get clobbered by a hammer. But you get the idea, right? Like there's matchups that you just don't want to take, and the heavy light matchup is one you don't want to take. Like you dash in or you sneak behind someone, stun gun so that they can only hip fire, and then you play space. That's why they can only hip fire. You tase them from a moderate range, like this, and then they can only hip fire you, and you play an angle. This game, I've been saying it the past 3 days, and I'm sure it's getting annoying for the people who have been here a lot, but the game is a giant game of rock, paper, scissors. Every action in the game has a counter action that can be taken. All of them. I'm not just saying that like some fucking stupid cringe bullshit. It's literally in here by design. Like cloak device light, countered by recon medium. Mesh shield heavy, countered by glitch grenade light. I think Slayer medium is like the one thing that you can reliably hard carry on all the time. Slayer medium, it's a build name. Basically, the Slayer medium, there's two builds or three builds for medium, right? You have your bunker medium, your Slayer medium, your support medium, all right? So this is the build that I call the Slayer medium. Defibs, jump pad, goo grenade, AK, recon senses, okay? Recon senses, you're playing to pick people apart and make fights 2v3s. Bad design if you aren't allowed to chow heavy. That's the point of the class. It's good up close. That's it. That's all it has. That's all the heavy has. It's up close, you die. Every other time, the heavy dies. That's how it is. Like I said, it's rock, paper, scissors. You get the heavy far away, the heavy's fucking dead. You get close to the heavy, you're fucking dead. But yeah, so Slayer medium, recon senses, it gives you wall hacks. It's literally, you see the entire map. I'm not exaggerating. You see the whole map, or at least like it's like a 200 meter radius around you. So pretty much the whole fucking map, and you can see everybody that's on it. You get full wall hacks, and it's toggleable. You toggle it on and off. It's like the light's invisibility. So you use that to just pick people apart and choose which fights you want to take. That's why it's the Slayer. The support medium, that one's a given. It's just healing beam, gas mines, defib, jump, zipline.
King steps out the car now. Fuck his registration, they caught him to the jaw. Bow. Night sticking them, they got him on the floor now. The shit could have been any one of us. You saw how. Fuck around, maybe next time it will be. And if that was the case, police got to kill me or chase me.